So I'm not sure why Amberlynn's look so dull and why Zach's look so dull as well. Hello, welcome back to my video. My name is Rohan and this is the Fit Food Review. And as you know, for those who've come back time and time again, I am on my weight loss journey and I'm on the lookout for food that not only is healthy, but also tastes delicious. Now, this is a departure for me for this video. I was inspired by a video that I watched last week from a reaction channel, Zachary Michaels, I think his name is. I do watch him, I find him extremely entertaining, but for whatever reason, this video that he did really set me off, and I'll tell you why. He was reacting to a video of a meal that Amberlynn Reid, who's a weight loss channel of sorts, she made a meal which was tuna, sweet corn, and pasta. And Zachary reviewed the video, and the way he commented on what she was eating was as if she was eating something that was completely alien to the world as a concept. And full disclosure, what she made didn't look too good, but the ingredients were basic ingredients. Pesto, tuna, sweet corn, basic ingredients. But for whatever reason, Zach was saying that sweet corn and pasta together is a weird sensation. Then in his following video, he made the meal himself, and again he reiterated the same kind of thoughts and opinions of this meal. Now I want to say to you and anybody outside there, in the UK where I'm originally from, pasta, sweet corn, tuna is a staple. Everyone does it. You find it as a salad, you find it on baked potatoes, you have it as a meal. It's nothing disgraceful, it's nothing unusual. Many people enjoy it, and the BBC, for God's sake, has a recipe for tuna, pasta, and sweet corn. It is as English as a chicken tikka masala. If you're English, you'll know that reference. So, I decided that what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the very same meal with very slight changes, and I'm going to make that meal to show you that it's not the worst thing ever and that it can also look good. So, if you want to watch this video, follow me into the kitchen. I'll put everything together, I'll cook, and at the end of the video, I'll come back, show you how it looks, and sample the finished meal for you. And that's it. My very first Fit Food review where I, Rohan, cooks a meal. Wish me luck, and I'll see you in a few moments. I'm off to the kitchen. So that is my rant over. Now, here's my version of the tuna pasta sweet corn meal that Amberlynn Reid did and the one that Zachary posted thereafter. And both of them looked disgusting, but as Zach says, I'm not going to yuck anyone's yum. So I'm going to make my own version and show you, hopefully, that it doesn't look terrible and it isn't the worst thing in the world. So we have the tuna fish, looks like this, 150 grams. Then I have the sweet corn. This tin is, it looks like, I think it's 285 grams, but I won't use all of this. I have my pasta. Now my pasta, this is penne, and it's gluten-free, so I've got gluten-free pasta, which is for me. Some pesto. There we go, barilla pesto. And I have some spring onions. Some people call them scallions. And you know what? I think I have, let me just have a quick look. I think I have some fresh basil in the fridge. I do indeed. So I've got some fresh basil, which I got on special offer. And the last thing, I'm going to add some, what is it? It's grana padano, which I think is grated Padano cheese. It's just a hard cheese, a bit like Parmesan, and I'm gonna add this on top. Watch the video, see the meal I put together, and you can tell me what you think about the way it looks. I will tell you what I think about the way it tastes, and that's the video. So, Zach, Amberlynn, if you're both watching this, comment or reach out to me on a DM. I'm only a tiny channel, but I enjoy what I do. So, this is the Fit Food Review, and I will continue. Now, hands in the way, Now I'm a bit like Amberlynn in the fact that I don't measure anything. It's the way that my mom did it and the way that she taught me how to cook, just cook by taste. So I've got the water boiling. I'm gonna add my pasta to boil, and then I'm going to prepare everything else. And to be fair, not a lot here to prepare. So I can show you the water, I suppose. And the one thing I do not do, I do not add salt to my pasta at all. And when I do rice, I may add a bit of salt to my rice, but pasta I never do. Now there you have, that's possibly about a half, if not a half, just less than a half. And there we go, that's my penne in. And so it cooks quicker, I do have a cover, so that will make it cook quicker. And then I'm just gonna prepare the things I need to prepare, and then I'll see you in a bit. That's the water boiling. So here we have the spring onion with some basil. We have the tuna there, and I have to say, I'm not a big fan of tuna. It smells like cat food to me. Sweet corn, the basil pesto that I've got, the grana padano, and I did find my garlic granules, which I'll add also. And I know Amberlynn likes her garlic granules, so that's it there. Could that be the thumbnail? Who knows? But that's all I'm adding to the food. The pasta is already boiling, so I'm gonna give that a quick stir, and then it looks like all you have to do is just add things in, stir them up, job done. This is pretty easy. I've just given the pasta a bit of a taste, and it's fine. There's a bit more time. It's slightly a bit too crunchy, but I will do it al dente. And also, for those who may be thinking, ugh, salt. I just don't add salt to any of my food because I think that they're, especially with processed foods and other things. The tuna will have lots of salt because it's in brine, so that's salted water straight away. The pesto will have plenty of flavor, spitting everywhere. And yeah, the cheese will have plenty of flavor also, so I don't see the need to add salt to my pasta. I think this is done now. I hear that Italians pick their pasta up, spaghetti, and throw it against the wall. I won't be doing that, but yeah. There we go, yeah. So that's the pasta. So all I'm going to do is, in fact, I'm going to add the spring onion. I'm going to add the sweet corn. Drain that out a bit more. And I've used only a third of that tin. Put that there. So that's what we're looking at now, quite yellow. And just going to toss it in. Okay. Do I like sweet corn? Absolutely. Okay, that's all tossed in. And then I'm going to add the tuna. Give that a stir. I stir it so you can see, give it a stir. And then I'm going to put it on the stove. And while that is doing what it's doing, I'm going to tear the basil, which I'll add afterwards. And you can smell the basil, completely fresh basil, is absolutely aromaterific, made up word. And then I'll add this to the pesto that I'm going to add anyway. Amazing. So I'm not going to add anything else until I actually taste it. So give me a few minutes and I will be back. Okay, Amber Reid didn't say how much pesto she put in, but I'm going to put in a good 2 teaspoons, maybe 3. And then going to give it a stir. Now this should colour it. Now I think when Amber Reid did stir her pesto in, it started to look a bit yucky. So I'm not sure if that has anything to do with just the lights of the room. In fact, Zachary's didn't look too good either, if I'm honest with you. That's how it looks, and I think it still looks quite tasty. I'm going to add 1 more spoon of pesto and the pesto basil leaves in there also. I'm going to add some garlic powder. Give it another stir. Toss it a little bit more. And just have it warm through. Ready to serve. So let's have a quick look. There you go. But this is mine. I'm now going to just plate it into a dish and then give you my verdict. Okay, so here is the finished item. Now I'm going to spoon it into, stand up, spoon it into my dish. Hopefully no mistakes. I think that's enough for me. Good shake. Okay, that's how it looks. Now I'm going to add just some of that cheese. Oops, I think that's enough. A sprig of basil on top. Ta-da! All done. So that's how mine looks. Pretty much the same ingredients. Now let's go and do the taste test. Okay, I'm back in the living room and time to try the meal. So here it is here. That's how it looks. And I have to say, this is why I think I made the video. I couldn't believe that whatever they made looked so disgraceful for such a simple dish. So now I'm going to taste it for the first time with all the additives. As I said, it's gluten-free pasta. We've got some pesto, tuna, sweet corn, some garlic granules, a spring onion, and some grated kind of hard cheese on top. No added salt, no added oils. Ooh. I think this is like the first proper meal made on camera, so guten appetit. And that's nice. The penne pasta is firm to the bite. The sweet corn gives it that little sweet crunch. The tuna's there, just tuna. The pesto really makes it punch with flavor. The added pesto leaves gives it that even stronger aroma. I could have added more spring onion, to be honest. And the cheese and garlic granules are a welcome addition. This is very, very good. I do not know what the fuss is about. Amberlynn, Zach, especially you, Zach, can't cook. It's not that difficult. And it looks great. I pretty much used exactly the same ingredients that you did, and it's turned out better. So I think there may have been a bit of a conspiracy somewhere down the line, because pasta, tuna, and sweet corn is a staple meal for many people in the UK. It's cheap, it's got carbs, it's got protein, it's good for you. What's not to like? And that's it. End of the video. So, Zach, Amberlynn, if you want to comment, feel free. It's not a dig at any one of you two. It's just the fact that I didn't understand why both of you made such a simple meal look so hideous. And Zach, I don't understand why you made it sound as if it was the worst possible thing that you could put in your mouth. If you are not Zach, and if you are not Amberlynn, you can also leave a message. You can also leave me a comment. If you like the video, click on the thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.